Exodus 19 and 20, the famous Ten Commandments. Moses is up on top of Mount Sinai. Apparently he's up there with a messenger of God giving him these laws. Here they are. Let's talk about the Ten Commandments here. Of course, the first one, very famous, no other Elohim, so it's a very clear statement that of all the Elohim that God had created, and this is again something the world had been struggling with, is it okay to worship as many as possible? That kind of idea. And God is making clear that no other Elohim is to have precedence in front of or before Him, whether individually or as now the Hebrew nation as a corporate body. So no other gods before Yahweh. The next three seem to be signs of what it would be like for this nation to take number one seriously. They would not carry around idols, which the other nations did. They would bear His name honorably in all conduct of life. And this Sabbath, it's going to be called a sign of the covenant later. It's again this very unique Jewish idea of honoring one day among others, or above all others, as a sign to the nations, the other nations of which God they serve. And of course, numbers 5 through 10 seem to be dealing with human relationships, everything from not killing to not coveting your neighbor's oxen. It is interesting how the Ten Commandments as a group are rarely mentioned again. In fact, they're called the 10 words in Exodus and Deuteronomy, and then really you never hear, well, we really never hear of that phrase 10 words or 10 commandments ever again throughout the entire Bible. So why these 10, we're not really sure. There's debate as to why these are singled out of all the ideas that God will be giving us as far as commandments and laws. We're not sure why these 10 are chosen here. What I want to end with, though, today, and we'll have a lot of time now as we get into these laws and what's called the Book of the Covenant coming up here in Exodus, Leviticus, and Deuteronomy, and Numbers, is the timing of this. I mean, think of it. If God had given the Ten Commandments to Adam and Eve coming out of the Garden of Eden, somewhere in here, that would make a big difference to our story. But they come all the thousands of years of human history have passed, right? And now we finally come to the Ten Commandments. So of all the things that have been happening in the book of Genesis and early Exodus, the one I want to emphasize here is that we have already had, and we've seen it many times, this idea that choosing to worship one God, Yahweh, well, here it is in the first commandment, above all others, and also not worshiping created Elohim, has been the way that God has instituted this concept of righteousness. So again, Genesis 15:6, Abraham believed, or aman is the Hebrew word, which is loyalty. He amaned Yahweh, and Yahweh considered Abraham righteous. Here's the thing. This, as important as the Ten Commandments are, unless we're willing to completely change the story, these are not a way to do this. This comes first. This takes precedence. This way, and let's call it salvation. Let's call it for what it is. How is a person saved in the Old Testament? Very simply, it seems. They simply show loyalty to Yahweh and are not loyal to any other God. So that means this is not going to be about salvation. Whatever it is, and we'll have plenty of time to talk about it coming forward, this is not about salvation.